Just hold the graphic. Hold the graphic. He was going to get up.
What? Jan, Ale, Craig here in the studios with me.
I'll be honest, if you got up and went over there and walked and that chair was empty, I don't really think anybody would have noticed the difference.
No? Why? Because I'm so slim? I'm told the questions here on Extra Time have been emailed in.
Okay, but you're not going to greet the people?
Hey there, everybody.
There
Welcome
we
into
go.
this edition
All right.
of Extra
Audience.
Time.
Hey there, buddy.
Hey, know your audience.
Yes. Okay, so Norwegian Racing Fish. We know
Very
our
fast.
audience.
Very
No,
quick.
no.
No, that's gone.
Our first question.
We're not done.
How have Madrid overcome injury after injury? Will this Brahim injury be too difficult to overcome? What do you think, Ale?
Well,
All right.
You'll get your chance, Jan. Hold on.
Okay.
no. Start without.
It's a Norwegian Racing Fish. It's quick.
I think it was to me, and that was just the headline. But it's so long time since I was a working doctor, so I give that to Al.
Okay. It helps to have depth. It also helps that you have a manager that doesn't panic, a manager that has plenty of experience and knows how to manipulate players into certain roles that perhaps they wouldn't be nearly as comfortable. And so take the case of Tchouaméni, who, look, had never played center back, but Carlo Ancelotti says, you can play center back for us, and this is how you're going to do it, and has become important to the point to where every time that Tchouaméni has played center back, Real Madrid have allowed how many goals, Seb? Zero goals. And so, look, he's not a center back, and yet he does a job. And Carvajal, when he was asked to play a center back, did a job. It's not ideal, but I think we see many managers, and we mentioned Thomas Tuchel, one of them, that makes excuses after excuses after excuses, and it's very quick to point what players we don't have available, what players are missing. Carlo Ancelotti doesn't even address it. He just goes on with the next guy, and that next guy seems to do a job. As it pertains to Brahim Díaz, in a post-game interview, they asked him about it. He said, I'm good, it's okay, it's fine. We'll see if that's indeed the case. We'll see if Brahim Díaz, the doctor, is as good as Brahim Díaz, the player.
To your point about Real Madrid, man, to beat the second best team without one of your top four center backs, like not a natural center back, that's probably somewhere between depth and good managing.
Contrast that to Barcelona.
I had Felix Magath as a coach in Eintracht Frankfurt, and he made it easier. Not like Ancelotti. Felix Magath decided who was injured or not. So if you asked, if you said to Felix you're injured, he would say no, you're not. Okay. And then I had a rule that this is like 20 years ago. We had a rule: if you're injured, you have to run around the pitch as long as we were training, and we trained a long time. And I had
safe.
Yeah, very safe. I had an Austrian teammate, and he couldn't hardly walk, and he was running around like very, very slowly for 2 hours. Well done.
Good way to save money for the
I
club.
had a manager once who it seemed knew more than any of the physios.
Really?
Because no matter what you had, you told him what you had, and he'd had it, and he told you how long you're going to be out for. So I got a little problem on the outside of my knee, medial bit of cartilage. You went, I've had that 3 weeks.
But Craig, remember, we had a physiotherapist, the two of us, called Bob, and whatever you told him you had, he said there was something wrong with your back.
Yeah.
All the time.
Bob Ward, great guy. He was at Chelsea, came from Blackpool, was at Chelsea, he was went to Middlesbrough when Jan was there. And no matter what you went to Wardy with, God, I hope he doesn't see this.
Oh, he's a lovely guy. He's a lovely guy.
Oh, he's a great guy, Bob. Bob, my big toe. Back. Bob, I've got a headache. Come back. But actually, to be honest with you, he wasn't far off it.
No, he wasn't.
Almost everything. Not everything. Most of the injuries.
Somehow related to the back.
About, yeah.
I don't know.
Pelvis,
Break it down. Go ahead.
Your pelvis has a big impact in your whole body.
All right, let's move away from the pelvis.
I have told it. I was just going to say I told this story before, so I will make it short. When I came to Swindon Town in the Premier League, we had a physiotherapist, and when I was in his room, he had a book of knee injuries from 1937. 1937, and I asked him, "What is this all about?" And he said, "Nah, it hasn't changed a lot." It hasn't changed a lot. They shot you in 1937.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say, Seb, that the progress has been
Yes.
Substantial in that field.
Even from your guys' playing day, which of course was not that long ago. For Craig,
Try to butter us up now, you know.
how impressive has Lunin been for Real Madrid? Was it a mistake for the club to sign Kepa?
Well, no, but it wasn't a mistake because they need, if something happens to Lunin, they need somebody unless they haven't got anybody else. But they signed Kepa to play. He's just not proven good enough or strong enough, be the Atleti game, which is the game that has seen him be, I think it was the Copa del Rey game that has seen him been dropped for Lunin, and Lunin's come in and again today made some good saves. I don't think either of them are what you would call top number one for Real Madrid, i.e., you know,
Courtois, right?
Courtois, even Ter Stegen.
It was the semi-final of the Super Copa when Kepa went off.
Oh, it was the Super Copa, not the Copa del Rey. Yeah, Kepa went up. There's 6'6" and he got sort of bundled into.
Correct.
So, yeah, I mean Kepa's been off the boil now since he had that run-in with Sarri at the cup final a few years ago.
For those listening on the podcast, we just had a
That worked well.
invasion from the stage crew.
That was
It's question delivery here on Extra Time.
But she was quick. She was quick.
No, I would have.
You might as well come on camera now.
You know the thing is, the lens is in the front of the camera. As a camera person, I thought you'd have known that.
You might as well come on camera now.
That's brilliant.
Oh, she doesn't want to come on.
That's all right. It's only Extra Time. Wouldn't matter if it was a live show. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you were on camera. So.
We'd soldier on. That's your fault, Seb.
my fault. Somehow.
I thought you were directing this show.
Producing.
Alfred, sorry.
Producing.
Hey, sorry.
Can't do it all, Alec.
All right.
My bad.
Can't do it all. Don't, Hutchison.
So was it your fault we came on air slightly late today? Who are we blaming? Because you know we like to play the blame game. We have to.
I'm going to blame the media.
I'm not blaming any of our. I'm not going to blame any of our technical partners.
No, definitely. We're not going to throw out any names of any companies that are involved.
So.
Producer Mike is the one who's falling on the sword today.
Oh, producer LA Mike.
He seems to fall on that sword quite well.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, the other producer that was supposed to be producing today,
What's he still working on the snowblower or shoveling out?
he
or
couldn't
what?
even. He mailed it in yesterday. There wasn't even a flake of snow in the air, and he'd already mailed it in. Old Mystic Pete.
Mystic Pete.
There's going to be 12 inches. I can't come in. You must produce from Los Angeles.
Okay.
Hope he's watching this.
Jan, what's your favorite place to watch a Champions League
I'm mailing
match
it in tomorrow.
as a
Not coming in.
journalist?
Good question. That has to be a hotel near to the stadium. Check. You can walk to the stadium maybe. After the game, you can go to a restaurant around the stadium. So I will say I've been there many, many times doing the Champions League. It must be Madrid. Because you're just living up the road, you're walking down to Santiago Bernabeu, great stadium with all the tradition, great football team, and after the game, you find a good restaurant 4 or 5 minutes from the stadium. So that's for me, Madrid and Santiago Bernabeu.
Madrid is just great to visit, period.
Yeah, I've never
period.
Been to Barcelona.
Never been to Madrid?
No, I've never been to the city of Madrid. I've been to the city of Barcelona, not the Camp Nou. I've never actually been to Madrid, but.
You will love it. You will love it.
Yeah, I know. I would. Can any of you two smell bleach? I know it's a very random thing to say.
I don't know. I don't know what's
Can you
happening
smell
in the
bleach?
studio.
What happened?
If Craig doesn't show up tomorrow, you know what happens. Suddenly we're going to start Googling.
We went from going to Madrid to smelling bleach.
Well, there's a real smelly bleach here, and I know it's me.
Well,
But I'm wondering if you two smelled it.
We've
during
had
the
worse
show.
smells in this studio.
I can smell anything, Craig. Nothing.
Can you smell it in Norway, yeah?
No,
Because I tell you what it is.
can't.
I didn't know if you two could smell bleach. I tell you why. Because I was bleaching some stuff in the kitchen today in the sink, and the stench is still is on my hands.
Yeah.
It's very strong. I didn't know if you could smell it.
Thank you for bringing that up. It really
you.
helped with the flow.
Well, it's just in case during the show you were going.
Very bleachy here.
Yeah. If the viewers at home, if they smelled it, you wanted
I've been bleaching because I'm doing all the chores at the moment. So
Shall we get to the last one here? Oh, is that why you brought it up? You want to pat yourself on the back for doing the chores at the moment? Is that was a whole roundabout just to...
listen, See that forehead?
Yes.
See, look at the writing. Modern man.
Yeah, progressive man. Yes, progressive man.
Renaissance man.
I know there's plenty of room in that forehead to write. You could write modern man and then a couple of sentences below it. Yeah, I was doing that. I was out shoveling snow. Everything today.
Everything.
But I'm
bleaching, shoveling
very
snow.
bleachy. Yeah.
Harry Kane has never won
clean.
Harry Kane has never won a club trophy, and Kingsley Coman has never had a trophyless season. Whose streak ends first?
Good question.
Well, I would say Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman ends first.
How?
Well, because if he hasn't had a trophyless season,
Right.
the point is that Bayern Munich is not winning anything this season. They're not winning Bundesliga and they're not winning Champions
Sure.
League.
So Harry Kane's streak will survive.
Correct.
This
And
season.
so it's
That's
Kingsley Coman. His trophyless streak is over.
Yes.
But
Harry Kane will win
here-
something.
Yeah,
What?
but here's the deal.
Next year.
Yeah.
Right,
Here-
go on, yeah.
Here's the deal. You sign Harry Kane. He's scoring for fun. He can beat the unbeatable record of Robert Lewandowski, who beat an unbeatable record of Gerd Müller. So when the journalist and some pundits looking for the reason why Bayern is not winning, who are you going to call? Harry Kane. And I mean, it's not even funny, is it? I mean, it's not even funny because they're using Harry Kane, who have saved him more or less all season. But to be fair, they have a point, haven't they?
I thought Jan was going to say Ghostbusters there. Who are you going to call? Ghost.
Bleach-
But he went, you know, because whatever happens this year.
Bleach Busters.
Bleach Busters. Ugh. It's not going to be.
Very white.
Tell you what, very clean though.
Yes.
Yeah,
People
very
on the
clean.
podcast are going to be wondering what the.
There's.
That's stupid.
What, they don't do that anyway?
No.
You know, even if the worst case scenario happens this year, they're unlikely to win the Champions League. Doesn't look like they're going to win Bundesliga. You never know. If Leverkusen are successful, you know, the chances are he's going to move on.
Right.
Xabi Alonso. The chances are that Harry Kane will